can you tell us, there's 50 of these societies nationwide, and this is the Genesee Valley chapter. How many are in the Genesee Valley chapter?
We have approximately 300 members. It could include fire departments, what have you. We represent about 2,000 people in the Rochester area, we're about a 7-county area surrounding Rochester, all the way from Syracuse to Buffalo to the southern tier.
The competition's involved here. Are people seriously competitive in order to wanting to win, or is it just a chance to air out some of the fire trucks?
No, it's a little of both. There's some serious competition. It's been going on. We've had a chapter now, a competition here for 10 years. This is our 10th annual competition, and some of it is cutthroat. Some of it is in fun. Some of it is to just show that they're better firemen, better department. It's a little of everything, but it's all in fun, and but it is actually training too for the fire scene. You'll see the way they're doing the competitions.
You say some of these are owned by villages and some are owned by private people. Why would somebody privately own one of these?
Well, it's just an interest in the fire department, or an interest, like people collect antique cars or coins or stamps. Well, there might be some family history. Somebody was a fireman or somebody was a fire chief. And the fire trucks come up for bid on a bid system usually, and sometimes they go for $100 or $200. Sometimes the bids are put in as a joke, and people end up with a fire truck. Some of them are classics. I mean, some of them you buy for a couple $100s, and now they're worth several thousand. So it's about it's a mix. You never know why people get involved. There's all different stories.
And some of these trucks are quite old.
Yeah, we have one here, 1916, one of the first motorized fire trucks, all the way up. You have to be 25 years or older to be eligible for a prize, so that means anything 1965 or older is eligible. But some of the hand equipment here is from the early 1800s, the hand pumpers, the hose carts, and there's a good range, everything right up to present. But the oldest piece today is a 1916 Aaron's Fox, and it was a working fire truck for many years in Ohio, and the owner brought it here and paid very little for it, and now it's worth quite a bit. That's just how you get into it, and it gets going.
And so where are some of these trucks from, as far as just not Rochester?
Well, we have them as far as the southern tier, Cortland area, Homer, New York, the Syracuse area, east of Syracuse from Oriskany Falls. It's over 160 miles from here, as far west Buffalo, and they come around the lake from Toronto and Scarborough, Ontario. They probably cover a mile, about probably an area of about 200 miles radius of Rochester. We have trucks here today.
That hand-built pump that was in Rochester, how much, something like that, how much would that be worth? And is there more than just monetary value to these things?
Yeah, it was Penn Yan's originally. Penn Yan, New York, bought it in 1855. It was built in Rochester. There's no value to it. They can't even appraise it. It's one of a kind in the whole country. There's no others. They've got it appraisals $200,000 somewhere's in that area, but it's not. There's no more. You can't go buy another one if it's destroyed. It's priceless, and it's history. It was built here by probably a lot of these people's ancestors might have worked on it at one time, and it's still built almost 150 years ago, and it's still able to pump today as good as the day it was built. I mean, you see the trucks today, they buy them, and 10 years later they're junk.
As far as the people enjoying themselves here, it doesn't seem to be just the kids. The adults definitely seem to be having a good time. Is that true?
It's a lot of families involved, a lot of adults, a lot of kids. They bring their cousins and friends to things like this. There's you saw the other events for the kids to knock the flames down on a mock house, or help roll the hose, help pump the hand pumpers. There's just involvement, family involvement. Our group is about, like I said, 300 members, but we have about 150 active members at families. We have picnics, we have all kinds of events, Christmas get-togethers and things like that, and it's usually related to the fire service, and well over half our members are firemen. Oh, we're getting blocked out.
All right. You compare this to a car show. How would it compare?
Well, a car show is similar in some ways, but a car show, they bring the car in, they park it on the lawn, and that's it. Usually $3 or $4 admission charge. Here, there's no admission charge, and you see at a car show, you don't get near the cars, you can't touch them. Here, you see the people on the fire trucks actually sitting, ringing the bells, and the trucks are working all day. The trucks are moving around, they're pumping, they're competing. It's nothing like a car show. I mean, you're actually showing what the truck was built and intended to do, and you see it all around, all day pumping.
So there's a lot of hands-on fun going on here today.
Exactly, and there's even more fun when you break something and you go home during the week and work on it. I mean, you get them going for the next show. That's what it's all about.
Okay, thanks.
Especially when you blow a hydraulic cylinder. That's about $400 for a kit, but no, it is. You look forward. I tell you, it takes everything.
Okay, these guys came